Alright, time for the solutions for the angle bisectors. Once again, these ones require doing constructions with tools like a compass and a straight edge, but I can't show that digitally, and so I'm just going to show you my constructions I did on my own paper, and then kind of explain where they came from. So, to do a bisector of an angle, you need to put your compass here on the edge, and come out here and pick any hole you want and make an arc. Okay. Once you have that, you're going to use these two intersection points you just made with the arc, and put your center of your compass on both of those, and come out and make an arc using the same radius for both arcs. So this is equidistant as this one is to this one. So you're going to put the end of your compass on both to do your two arcs. Once you have those two arcs, it's going to make an intersection point right there. And when you have that, that point is on the angle bisector. So once you have that, you can just draw your line out from your vertex of your angle. Moving on to 2, again, put the center of your compass here, come out some distance, and make an arc. And once you have that, you're going to get 2 intersection points here. You need to put your compass down on one of them, center out, and come out here and pick any radius you want, draw an arc. The thing is, you have to use the same hole when you come over to your other intersection point and put your center out. You have to use the same hole to make your other arc. When you have those two arcs, they're going to intersect, and that point of intersection is what you're going to draw your line through. These constructions for constructing a copy of an angle is actually kind of complicated. First, you just put your center of your compass down here and draw an arc. Oh, I guess that's not the first step. The first step is to just put a ray down, like just any old ray you want. You can do it that way or that way. You just have to have one of your sides done. Once you have that, you can then go to your original angle and draw an arc from any radius. But you need to then copy that arc over here on here. So put the center of your circle here and use the same radius to draw another arc. What's going to happen once you have that is you're going to have one ray here and then an arc that goes through it, but you don't have oops, this must have been my strong ray. So you're going to have some ray with an arc going through it, but you don't know where the point over here is that you're going to draw your line, your other ray through. And so you need to figure that out. You're going to use this one actually as a reference. So you're going to notice that there's intersection points here. Put your compass center down there, and you need to figure out at what radius you get to this other intersection point. Once you have that, you're going to copy this over here, put your center down on this side, and use that same hole to make another arc. When you have that hole there, when you have that arc there, it's going to make an intersection. Once you have that, you draw your ray through that, and that is the copy of an angle. So you can use the same steps on number 4. Put a ray down, and then come over here with your compass, pick any old radius you want, and do an arc. And you have to use that same radius over here to draw your other arc. And once you have those two arcs, over here you only have a ray and then an arc. You need to figure out where over here your other intersection point is. And so you need to come back to your first angle and realize there's 2 intersection points here. You put your compass center down on one and figure out what hole the other intersection goes through. And you're going to take this compass, drag it over here, and you're going to put the center of your compass here and you're going to draw an arc through that same hole that you got over here, and make your arc. Once you have those two arcs, you'll have this one and then this one. You get an intersection point, and you draw your ray through that. Alright, now moving down to the bottom part, so there's no more like copy angle, it's just bisecting angles. We got our angle here at A. You draw your first arc. Once you have that arc, you got two intersection points. You need to then put your compass down on one, come out here a ways, and put your pencil through one of the holes, draw an arc, and then you need to move your compass so the center's here, and use the same hole to draw another arc. And these two arcs, or like these red ones here, they're going to cross at some point. That point is the point you're going to draw your ray through, and that will bisect your angle. So these two angles are actually congruent. Moving on to the next one. Our angle A is down this way. Follow the same steps. Draw your first arc to give you two intersection points. You're going to put your compass down on one of them, come out, make an arc through one of the holes of your choice, and then you're going to put your compass down, center down at the other one, and use that same hole to draw your next arc. Once you have that, you're going to have an intersection point between the two arcs, and you're going to draw a ray that goes through that intersection point that will bisect your angle into two congruent parts. Moving on to the next one, you have to figure out the in-center. To get the in-center, you construct a angle bisector for all three of your angles. They're gonna, when you got your bisectors going out, they're all gonna cross at a common point. That point there is called the in-center. So you just bisect each corner using the constructions we did on 1, 2, 4, and 1, 2, 5, and 6, and you get this, and that is the in-center. On 8, again, get the angle bisector for all three angles. They're all going to cross at a common point. That point there is the in-center. So follow the directions to make your angle bisectors, and you'll get a common point. Again, on 9 and 10, you just have to bisect all three angles using the construction I mentioned before, and you'll get a common point. That point shows that they're concurrent. And on 10, again, construct your angle bisectors of the three angles, and they're going to meet at a common point. That point's called the in-center. It shows that they're concurrent. And that's all of it.